Hello everyone. Well, today I do Kotesh Chronicles, so story time. So I know why you're here because I got a story to tell. Hold a sec. I got a story to tell. And one thing, I'm not going to tell you what to do. To subscribe, whatever. I just want to welcome everyone. I know you care, so you'll do what is required to keep me on here and to make my channel better. That is all. You know what you got to do. Now you see my t-shirt. You see the slogan? And don't miss us on the roof. Alright? It's left up to interpretation. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well today. And my day is going really fine. But I just wanted to come on here and share a little story with you. Now, I don't know, but if you would have experienced something similar, please let's chat about it in the comments. But the thing is this, when I used to do my nails often, I would find that the nail shop was a haven for women who were ready to purge about personal things as it relates to their relationships. And it made me kind of uncomfortable. And what I would do is find something interesting on my phone or whatever to take my attention away from it, because I have always been one who was always guarded. I've always been a guarded person. I guard my privacy, my life, because I find that people befriend you, they pretend to care, and then you might let your guard down and feel some sense of comfort, and they use the information you would have shared with them in a vulnerable time in your life or so, and they use it as a weapon to whip you at an opportune time. So I've always been that person. I've been accused of being secretive. No, I'm not secretive. I'm private, and I have a right to be private, because people can take your stories and rewrite it. Oh my gosh, embellish stuff, and it will take you to a different place. So I've tried to stay in a certain realm where I control what I can control. What I let out there is what I can afford to let out there, and I wouldn't have a problem if someone shares it. That is why I have a YouTube channel. I wish I'd thought of it earlier, a long time ago, because I know what I let out here is what I can afford to let out. So no one can use my information against me anymore at any other time in private. Really? I've already let it out to the public. So you have no control over how my life story is being told. None whatsoever. So this story that I'm going to talk to you about is someone who I met at the nail shop. Now, my girlfriend was a nail technician. She owned this shop, and this person was her friend. But you know how some people are, I don't know, but sometimes you meet people in a group. You're in a group setting and you meet someone. They might be a friend of a friend. However, when you're and you have conversations and you get acquainted, but on a certain level. But then there might come a time when you're out and you might encounter that person and they act like you would have known them forever. Hey friend. I have a way sometimes I would address people as friend, but it's just pleasantries. It's just a way to be, nice, because I might not remember your name. So I would say, hey friend, but they would come and take to the next level, like wanting to, inquire about your life and things you do, your relationships, and this comfort level that sometimes make me terribly uncomfortable. And people seem not to have boundaries. They seem not to see the boundaries. They ignore them and they just proceed. And sometimes I believe it's obnoxious. However, there were times that I would accommodate people and politely put them in their place and say, listen, I don't discuss this, and that's it. I don't have to give you an explanation, but I don't indulge. So there was this person that I had met who was my girlfriend's friend, and we would be in the same circle, we would go out and so on, but we would have never had a one-on-one. She was not my friend. Like I said, she was my friend's friend. Then one day I went out and I saw, and she approached me. She said, hi, Coretta, how's everything? I said, I'm good. She said, oh my gosh, you look so good, and whatever. I said, you look great yourself. And she said, what are you doing here? Well, right away, that was off-putting. What the heck are you asking me what I'm doing there? That has nothing to do with you. But sometimes I think people are, it's a way to break the ice, per se. But then sometimes it's a bit invasive for me. So I said, before I could have answered, she said, never mind. But anyway, I'm happy I saw you. I wanted to talk to you about something. Do you have a few minutes? I said, yeah, sure. Let's chat. So she pulled me off to the side and yes, and she said, girl, the other day we were talking about you. Well, let me tell you, the first red flag, when someone approaches you and says, we were talking about you the other day, and you know fully well that you and this person don't really have that level of a relationship, be very suspicious. Be suspicious. So she said, the other day we were talking about you, and I was wondering, are you married? Is your husband here? Or if you're seeing somebody, are you seeing somebody local? Who asks someone that's questions like that? Is she the freaking FBI? I mean, that was so invasive. Anyway, I accommodated her. I don't know, I was in a really good mood. And I said to her, I said, I chuckled first. And then she said, I was asking, we were inquiring because we've never seen you with a man. Really? Really, woman? Okay. She said, we have never seen you with a man. So who we? You're talking to me now. So who we? Who is this we? This collective? Anyway, she said, we never saw you with a man. So we were wondering, if the person you're with, she didn't even know if I was with anyone. Anyway, that's what I was saying. If they're here or what. So I said, yes. I said, no, I'm not married. And that was one of those times, those moments when I felt some sort of a comfort level. And I felt that I was in a place where I could share something innocuous with someone. Even though she was not my friend, I didn't see any harm in sharing information with her. Because, I mean, come on, whoever I'm seeing, I don't share it to the world. But I didn't think that it was a secret, So I said, yes, I'm seeing this guy. I was married. I'm no longer married. I'm divorced. And I'm seeing someone. And I told him, his occupation and so on. And then I gave her the name. Well, let me tell you. She said, oh, that is who you're seeing? Oh my gosh. And then she had to tell me all the money he got and this, that, and the third. And she said, girl, you see, only the other day, not too long ago, he was seeing a friend of mine or whatever. So I pulled back. I said, wait, hold on. Now I just said to you, remember, we're not friends. We're acquaintances. I just let you into a little part of my life. And this is how you coming at me, woman? So I said, hold up. Which other day? What other day you talking about? Because I've been seeing this guy for almost 2 years now. At that time, it was 2 years. She kept on talking. She said, yes, he was with my friend. And he's a really nice guy. But however, he would do this and that. And she started to give me this epistle, this crowed and she went off about him. And then she said, but I can see why he would be with you, because you're his type. You're his type. And my friend really loved him, and all the places that they would go to, and so on. And then she kept talking and talking. So I sat there and I looked at her. I said, you know something? This is the very reason why I did not want to share my private information with anyone. Because here you are coming at me with some crap. You don't really know me. Even though you might think you know this person, you have this girlfriend who was with him. I said, so how, what are you talking about? I said, before we started having this conversation, you said to me that you have this friend who was with him not too long ago. What are you talking about? How long was that? Then she intimated that they were together for like 3 years, like 3 years ago. But I'm with this man for nearly 2 years. So that means that the relationship ended 3 years, right? I am within, you know, I'm not within the time when he was with her. It was long after her. So why are you coming at me like this? And then she realized that I was not very happy about how, you know, her response and so on. And she said, no, I was not really shocked, because like I said, you're his type. But you know, he and my friend's relationship ended abruptly, and my friend was really hurt. And so, and I said, listen, I'm not a therapist. I don't know your friend. I don't really know. Here what's going to happen. This conversation is going down a path that does not make me too comfortable. And I think that you are going a bit too far, a bit too hard. And then she said, you know, no, I apologize. But I just want to say that he's a good guy. And now I see. And then she started to talk about everything that I had, things that she thought she saw. And she said, oh, but he didn't do this to my friend. And she kept on. So I got up and I said, you know something, I think I'm going to end this conversation because you're really getting on my nerves now. And I thought she had gone too far. So I said, you know what? I'm not doing this with you anymore. And it was nice seeing you, but not really. And so she said, you mad? You upset with me? I don't think that I should have answered that. I think that was kind of a rhetorical question. I don't think she really wanted an answer. I walked away. I remember calling my sister the next day, and I said to her, I said, girl, I had this encounter and this is what happened. That is the reason why I am always so guarded. It made me feel a kind of way, because you came at me like that, and she came hard, you know? Because then I understood why she was so, you know, heavy on this subject, because her friend dated him. And afterwards, you know, I was thinking maybe she had information prior, because I mean, how she came at me, it did not seem as if it was random, like she was just expressing herself. It was like they spoke, and then she just wanted to get information from me. So I was like, really? Women, sometimes we need to take a step back and not fight other people's battles. And sometimes there is not even a battle for you to fight. Just mind your own business. If he was with her 3 years ago, I am with him now. I am with him now. Respect me. I've never come at you. I could say things about this person because things were shared about her with me. You know, people told me stuff about her. I've been in a grouping where, you know, because, you know, women sometimes, that's the reason why I don't like this whole women group thing, because information can leak out there that you don't want to be leaked, and then you don't know who would have said it, because you would have said these things to so many people. Then now you don't know who it would have been said to, and then everybody's aware of your business. So I said, you know what? This woman is trouble. So another day now, I saw her in the street. Well, after that, I said, you know what? When I see this woman, it's just going to be a hi and I'm off. Because I don't believe in just being someone, you know, enemy, someone's enemy. I don't have to be your enemy. However, I always say I have tiers of friends. You don't even know, like the cake has many tiers. You don't even know which tier you're on until, well, maybe you'll be able to suss it out at some point. But I know which tier I've put you on. So I knew which tier she was on, because she was, like I said, she was not really my friend. She was an acquaintance. So I saw her one time I was going to my job, and she had an attitude with me. I said, hi, how are you? And she did not want to speak. Maybe she was having a bad day. I said maybe she was having a bad day, because we were entitled to those. And then she went along her way. And then another time I met up with her, and she was very happy and pleasant and greeted me with all this enthusiasm and so on. And I said, okay, hi. And that's it. I just felt that people sometimes are invasive. They say things, they don't know how it impacts others, and sometimes they speak on things that they actually have no business speaking on. And that is what I think it was with her. That was her problem. She put her nose in something that she had no business putting her nose in. But like I said, I think it was premeditated, because there is no way you could be at the nail shop and have discussions and no one would say, if this person is a prominent person or someone people know, and not mention who. Because if suddenly the subject, I was the subject of conversation, obviously somebody would have done their research. I know these women. So she came at me, she wanted information. I told the guy, he was amused. He was amused because he knew. He said, I know, I could imagine how well you handled this. Because I'm very controlled when it comes to certain things. I will not allow you to press my buttons. But I learned a lesson, and that is the reason why I only let a chosen few into my private life. That is why my life is private. And I don't care who's offended, family or friend. Because sometimes those people are your foes. Be careful. So that was my story time for this week. Love you. Always a pleasure being here with you guys. Thank you so much for sticking this out with me. Another story time. Oh my gosh, I'm enjoying this. So I'm going to share with you as usual. But thank you for sticking with me. Have a good day. And please get my t-shirt. Get this t-shirt. It's in my shop. It's in my store. So get yourself one.